Hello, dreamy friend. I am taking you with me on my Red Rock walk this Christmas, and this is the thought that is on my mind. For some reason, I guess since I was a little girl, I don't know. I've always loved Christmas. I've always been one of those kids that just loved Christmas, and Christmas couldn't come fast enough. It's amazing how quickly it seems to come now that I'm an adult. Every year it seems to come faster and faster, and this year is no exception. But I feel like, especially as an adult, I've been on the hunt for what's the formula for an awesome Christmas. Because things are more complicated as an adult. When I was a kid, I think for most kids, Christmas is easy. You make a list, you sing the songs, you eat the candy, and you can't wait till Christmas, and you get to open these gifts, and it's like, yay, and then it's so sad when it's over. I think one of the first things I ever said when I was a kid, the first words I ever spoke were, "The party's over." And I would feel that way about Christmas, like, oh, we have to wait a whole year for it to come back. But as an adult, it's more complicated. There's so many more dynamics to consider. And I know a lot of people who don't like this time of year, or who use expletives to describe this time of year. And my observation about that is because there's been heartbreak around this time of year, or related to Christmas or the holidays, or somebody that they loved passed away. And I've lost people I've loved around this time of year too, so it's some kind of heartbreak tends to precede the bah humbug. I don't think we come out as babies, as children, with a bah humbug spirit. I think we come out wide open to embrace everything, and then all of a sudden our hearts get broken somehow, and then the bah humbug sets in. And I have felt waves of that myself, regarding family dynamics, or regarding just different circumstances that have been challenging around the holidays, and I could do a whole download on just that, but I want to cut to the chase for a moment. To me, the aha that I had, and this is going to sound maybe simplistic, but to me, it's been profound. It's kind of the difference between it being a great Christmas and a not great Christmas, or even a really shitty Christmas. So, it's like the notion of, the myth of Santa Claus. Being Santa Claus, being the one that carries the gifts, being the one that gets so jolly to prepare for what people need and what they want. And it doesn't necessarily mean in the love language of gifts, of physical gifts, but about energy and about connecting and being there. And thinking of oneself as the generous Santa Claus energy archetype, the one that brings it. When I show up somewhere, anywhere, looking for, what am I going to get? Oh my God, that is a recipe for disaster. I'm cruising for a bruising. Not to mix metaphors, but yeah. So, it's just because I can go there, believe you me. I have gone there before, like, this is what I'm expecting, and I'm sure this is what I'm going to get. Not necessarily in presents at Christmas time, but in any interaction with anybody. Oh my God. Some of you know that, oh my God, for years, for over a decade, I've been in I don't know how to word this. Let me see. I'll just say it the way it wants to come out, and then I'll edit it if necessary. I've been in the dance, let's say, of a television show about dreams and dream interpretation. Just as an aside, as I said, you're with me on the trail, the Red Rock Canyon, and sometimes neighbors will cross me on the path. I don't have the whole thing to myself. And by the way, the sounds that you're hearing of my feet crunching on the rocks and splashing through mud puddles, yep, you're on the trail with me. Okay, so as I was saying, I've been in the pursuit and the dance of getting a television show made about dreams, and it hasn't happened yet. I've come close, but no cigar. There's been so many different opportunities and production companies at really high levels, and it's been exciting. And I notice that it's disappointing if I walk in thinking, what am I going to get out of this meeting? Of course, I want to get a show. But I've switched my point of view. Of course, I still want to get a show, but my primary intent is to contribute. I have gifts to give, and I want to give them. It feels good to give my gifts. So I'm going to be shooting a pilot on January 7th, and I'm literally picturing the Santa Claus version of me, not the fat version of me. No, I'm not going to blow up, look like Santa Claus, but I want to feel like Santa Claus. I want to feel like no matter what I do, I'm just here to be of service. I'm here to be a vessel of God's gifts through me in the unique way that I can. And how the heck am I supposed to know what that's supposed to look like? How the heck am I supposed to know? I need to be humble about this. So I feel, because that's my dominant intent, is to just be an open vessel of blessings. And without sounding too corny, I already feel like a success because I can do that. I don't need somebody to give me a green light in order to be of service or to be generous or to give my gifts. I can do that every day as often as I want. Every day. And I would assert that this is true for you too. Period. In fact, I bet you $1 billion that this is true for you as well. And it might sound overly simplistic, but I don't think it is. I mean, simple, but maybe not easy, because perhaps we have habits askew that make it harder. But the notion of being the generous one, being the big one, being the one to walk in and have gifts to share, as opposed to the needy one that's like, God, I hope they give it to me just right. I hope I get exactly what I need. I feel like that's the ingredient to having an awesome Christmas, having an awesome holiday season. So I don't know that we ever need, obviously I'm saying this to myself as well, don't ever need to wonder, is this going to be a great holiday season? We can be psychic about it and already know 100% yes, it's going to be, because no matter what curveballs get thrown at us, we're here to be generous givers. We're here to access the overflow of what we've been given, and we've all been given so much. We've all been given way more than we could possibly know what to do with. We are all overflowing with gifts. So that's my thought for today as I crunch along these rocks up the trail of Red Rock. Join me in being a human Santa Claus today, whether you're Jewish or whatever your holiday is. I think we can still access this archetype, whether it's Kwanzaa that you celebrate, or winter solstice, or Hanukkah. So I wish you a happy all of those things, and that you access the generous giver within yourself. And that from this moment forward, for the rest of your life and for the rest of your holidays, no matter what happens, you know that it will be sweet and wonderful, and all you have to do is access your inner abundant self. And if you like to call it Santa Claus, then so be it. If not, call it something else. And have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday season, and happy, happy New Year. Lots of love.